Good evening. I am David Hooper. I'm your child's life science teacher for this school year. And we are glad to be back, a little uncertain, but you can see I'm sitting here in room 715. This is the room where your children, if they're in person, will be coming. And if they're online, a lot of this background, like this is what they'll be seeing in the background. My history, I have been at Lower Dauphin for 10 years, so this is my 10th year. New, exciting year, lots of challenges for this year. Before that, I'm originally from Maryland. I worked as a microbiologist at the Department of Health in Maryland, and also moved to Pennsylvania and worked as a microbiologist there. So what is life science? Way I thought I would show you that is I'm going to share with you our course outline, just to show you some of the things that we go through. We start off the year with life sciences inquiry, the scientific method. How do biologists do experiments? How do they learn about the living world? Then we go into the cell, which is what all living things are made out of, and we'll talk about different kinds of cells, the parts of a cell, how they work, how they go together. One of the students' favorite units is genetics, DNA, and heredity, and how they inherit their traits, and then even biotechnology, genetic engineering, things like that. We then move into adaptations and natural selection. How are organisms well suited to their environment? Like what features do they have that help them to survive? Natural selection is Darwin and his theory. Classification is an important small unit, but it sort of sets the table for what's to come. Classification is about naming and putting organisms into groups, because then what we do is actually do a survey of pretty much all of life. We start with the simple organisms, viruses, bacteria, and fungi, and then move into the more complex organisms, the animals, first the invertebrates, and I will show you some of the exciting things for this year. As an invertebrate, they'll be dissecting a sea star. We also have really good online versions of this. There's also an earthworm that they'll dissect as an invertebrate. Okay, so let me get back to the, then we do the vertebrates. So for vertebrates, and I'll stop again, we'll do the major classes of vertebrates. So that is your classic grass frog dissection, probably one of the most memorable parts about 7th grade is that dissection. So we'll go through all the major groups of vertebrates. Then we move on to plants. They'll even do a dissection of a flower. We've done tulips before, even daffodils, to look at all the parts of a flower. And then we finish with ecology and environmental science, which pretty much puts all of what we've talked about together, the relationships between living things. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the syllabus quickly, and that's where my email will also be. Let me do a new share here. Okay. Hang on. Okay, there we go. With the syllabus, the main thing I wanted to show you is my name here, my email address, dhooper@ldsd.org. So if you would have any questions about this year in life science for your student, I will be available from 6:30 to 8:30 to answer any of your questions this evening. So 6:30 to 8:30, and there's the email address, dhooper@ldsd.org. Again, the syllabus, which is found on Canvas, most all of their work this year will be based in Canvas. We'll be investigating life. The expectations, this is a strange and different year. So we're asking students, just as always, to be respectful to one another, to their classmates, to the classroom, and patient and gracious with each other, because I certainly need that, and I know that a lot of students will need that as well. Being prepared, arriving with their laptop charged, ready to go, and with assignments complete, and then just coming to class dedicated to learning, attentive, engaged, and ready to learn. Consequences are here. I'll let you read through those. Hopefully those aren't too big of a problem. And again, I'm going to be very understanding this year with just the circumstances we're dealing with. As far as grading, just some of the things I'll point out. Usually there will be like a warm-up when they come in, something for them to do. The tests will mainly be through Canvas. That'll be for each unit. They will get to do labs. And there are all virtual versions of these if students aren't going to be in person. One of the things they really like are the projects where they can research aspects of biology that are of interest to them. And those are very, self-chosen. Homework is usually where I'll just check in PowerSchool. Most of their documents this year are going to be found in Canvas. So if they would be absent, they can find pretty much everything in Canvas. There's a final at the end of the year, but that's not a big deal. We review thoroughly with them for that. Late work, if, again, I'm going to be sort of understanding with this year. Pretty much, though, I accept late work if it's during the same marking period. Again, for absences, if students are absent, all of their work is on Canvas, so they'll be able to find it there. Success in life science is about, I want your student to do well, so make sure to encourage them to come to see me. If they're in person, they can always come 11th period. Email me through their Canvas inbox. Students can. Parents, you're always welcome to email me too if you see that your child is struggling. Again, so if you would have any questions, please email me, dhooper@ldsd.org, and I'll be available from 6:30 to 8:30. I hope you have a good evening. Back to school.